So greetings from Pennsylvania once again. Still out here at Monocacy Hill. In the previous video we filmed a video about the Grand Lady of Monocacy Hill. Found some of the ruins and all the stone walls from her old farm. Kind of an interesting story. But I'm still out here on the green trail. Up there's Monocacy Hill. I'm going to continue on. There are some quarry ruins out this way. I think you can see some stuff of the quarry itself. There's a number of old remains of some buildings, which I know I filmed in the past. Years ago I filmed most of them. That was in the summertime, and it was very overgrown. Lots of mosquitoes, I remember, because the one building had like water in it. We're gonna have a look around though. Again, it's late March, so the foliage isn't grown in, so maybe we'll be able to find more stuff, cool stuff. I always love finding foundations and ruins in the woods. So I'm gonna continue here on the green trail. If you're familiar with Monocacy Hill, I just walked past the trail that comes down from the hill, that overlook that's up there. We're here on the all the way on this I believe it's the south side of the hill. Making my way down the green trail, kind of back to where I parked. But a nice misty, on and off rain kind of day. Yeah, I was supposed to be down in Delaware today, doing some seal watching, like on a little boat cruise, but that got canceled. They get a lot more rain and wind down there, so we'll take this too. Yeah, but up there is the mist enshrouded base of Monocacy Hill. A lot of history here. A lot of really old history here too. Talk about how this, in the previous video and other videos, how this is basically a volcano, or the old ancient magma chamber of a volcano. All this rock is called diabase. It's magmatic rock. Interesting other rocks up there called xenoliths, which are only found in the magma chambers of volcanoes. So that kind of clinches the deal there. That's what this place is. Although not everyone accepts that idea, but anyway. Alright, we should be getting close, because here's the junction with the railroad bed. Actually, my second junction with it today. I passed it back further earlier, closer to the south side of the mountain. We're now on the west side, I believe. Yeah, the railroad bed trail, because it's an old railroad bed. And where does this old railroad bed go to? To our abandoned quarry and those buildings. This is the railroad that would have carried the crushed rock out. They were digging this rock and crushing it. But they never finished the railroad bed. Yeah, even here it doesn't look very railroady anymore. So yeah, I think it's one of the problems with this place. They never finished the railroad bed. It comes up through here. Maybe it continues. I see like a lot of rock over there, like they were clearing stuff, so I don't think it ever made it to the actual site. Actually, maybe that's it right down there, going through here. Kind of see the cut of it. But the trail no longer follows it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Although it still looks kind of unfinished. Yeah. And out of the mists and shadows, we get our first glimpse of it down there. Like I said, I've been here maybe twice before. I know I was here with some friends not too long ago. Filmed a little bit of it. The top part is missing, but I have a picture of what that would have looked like. Recently I was filming over in Birdsboro along the old abandoned highway, Route 82, and there's a building like this there. Actually, let me walk down here. You can get a pretty good look at it right here. So let me zoom in just a little bit. But you can see those two openings. That's where the trucks would drive in or back up in. And they would get loaded with this crushed stone from the top. There'd be more up here That's not there anymore. That burned in a fire, actually. But let me show you a picture of what this probably would have looked like. So like I said, that picture was taken over in Birdsboro at the old quarry. And there you can see what the top of it probably looked like. And the one in that picture had like a wooden top. This one did too, but it burned. I think there's some information board up here which tells us a little bit more about it. But there's a building here. There's some stuff also up in the woods here too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I can see it up there. I think there's some stuff bound by the road too. We're not too far from there. At least I think they're used to, oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I see an information board. Yeah, just right up there's some information, but you can see the building from here. Kind of like, looks pretty cool though. But then on the other side, there's some foundations right there, and up there's some bigger ones. Let's go read about it first. Yeah, the history of Monocacy Hill. Yeah, it talks about the Native Americans. We don't want to go back that far. Yeah, there's Sally. We just did a video on her. Sally Shuri, the Grand Lady of Monocacy Hill. But this is what we want here. It talks about the iron making industry. Yeah, it talks about iron. Yeah, here we go. By the 1920s, the John T. Dyer Quarry Company bought land on Monocacy Hill to quarry stone. The foundations that you see here were to be part of a quarrying operation. The largest structure built in 1925 is the lower half of the building where stone would be crushed and loaded into railroad cars. Oh, so it wasn't trucks that would drive in there, it's railroad cars. My bad. So the trains could go right through this thing. But there's other places that have similar ones like this where trucks back up into them too. But this one's meant for railroad. The company was unable to complete the railroad line, therefore the quarrying operation was abandoned. Well, there's a picture of what it used to look like. You can see the two lower bays and the whole wooden structure on top. A little bit taller than the one I showed you, the picture, but yeah. It's about in 1967, the township bought this land. But yeah, this burned. I forget the date this burned, but it was a huge fire. They could see the fire burning from all around the area. I remember reading about that. Alright, so let's head down. There is graffiti down here, but it is what it is, folks. Yeah, so this one would have been railroad cars, or railroad, trains driving through here. And the crushed stone would be in the upper part. You have these little openings where the crushed material to fall down into the railroad cars. It has these cool, like, Gothic arches. I'm not sure which end of the railroad wasn't finished, but yeah, that would definitely mess up your plans. You can hear, that's Monocacy Hill Road here, just down there, I think. I think there's one piece of graffiti that I always notice when I'm here. Oh, it's almost painted over. Has the one with the clowns. I hate clowns. I think it's just, it said beware of clowns, but someone kind of painted over it. Anyway. Yeah, but now it's just abandoned to time and nature. Bit by bit, it's gonna deteriorate this, tear it down, crumble. One bit of concrete at a time. All right, let's go check out some of the other stuff. The stuff up that way is not. From when I was here years ago filming up there, it didn't have any graffiti on it, so. Because I think in the summertime it's hard to even tell that these other structures are up here though. Let's see. I go back this way. There's the smaller ones. I don't remember there even being any kind of a trail that went up. Yeah, there still really isn't, because in the summertime, right now you can see it, but this gets all leafed out. A lot of people just walk right past here, don't even see them. Yeah. Big steel rods with threads on, so there's something on top of here. Yeah, so I get the idea that up there, maybe they were crushing the rock, and there was some kind of a, I don't know what word to use, like a trestle or something that was up on here, and that went down to that building there, and put it in there, and then it would load into the railroad cars. That's kind of what I'm thinking. There might be something pretty tall here at one point. That's just a guess, though. Let's get over this log. Yeah, like I said, I think I mentioned already last time I was here, there was water up in here and there's mosquitoes everywhere. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time up here. Yeah, no graffiti up here. See, this looks like rock they were crushing. There's just rock laying here. And all you're seeing is the concrete bases of whatever used to be here, some kind of building. It goes all the way over here too. Pardon my snuffly nose. I think I'm getting a cold. First one of the season. Yeah, that's interesting. There's like rocks sticking up out of this all the way across. Like what's up with that? Huh. I feel like this lines up with the one just down there that we looked at. Well, that one up there has those rocks on top too. Yeah, if you know why there's rocks on top like that, I'll try to get you some other views of it. Let me know in the comments. I'm not really sure why it's like that. Intriguing though. Alright, no water down here right now, no mosquitoes either. Just a lot of downed trees and brush. This whole area's just been dug out. Let's try to make our way up to the top here, I think. Whatever the best way to get up here would be. I'll turn you off, because I'll probably slip on my way up here. There's looking down. So let me zoom in. You can see those rocks on top, just kind of like, almost like they're put there on purpose. Like, what is the purpose of them? The one down there has them too, but they're kind of, there's a lot more brush and stuff on that one. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Like these right here line up with the other two we saw up there, and then up beyond that is the actual like that bigger building we're in with all the graffiti. Not sure what this or this is for, but they both have like a little indentation on the side. So, but yeah, I think one of the quarries may have been up here, because I'm not sure if they actually started quarrying rock or not. But it looks like they may have started. I don't know. I'm gonna quick take a peek up here. I see some interesting features up here. We gotta go up there. I'm seeing some, like, even there, I'm seeing like an edge, like a flat edge up there. Even over there. There's actually a trail coming up here from down at the bottom. This is the green one. Okay. This is going to take us back to the parking lot, but yeah, look, there's a distinctive flat area. I'm not sure ever. Oh, there's something. I think there is more down there to see. Oh man. I think I want to do here. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I think there was some kind of concrete pool down there, but anyway, I want to investigate what's going on up here, though. So I think we're going to go on this way. That's what we're going to do. Nice little bench up here in memory of Bruce Gilbert, 1929 to 2007. Yeah, up here's where I thought it looked like they were quarrying, but I think getting a better idea what they were doing here. There's definitely some kind of a... This almost looks like an old railroad bed up here. Going that way. You can see how they flattened it out. Pretty sure that's what this is. Or something like that. Because you see how it drops straight down there, gets flat. Yeah, it goes up again. I think there's a few smaller concrete ruins along the road down there too. Not sure if we'll get to those or not. Alright, bye-bye. Big ruins, you can see just faintly the one back there. Like I said, this looks like some kind of railroad bed, but it could have been an old road too. Because they would have needed to get back here, you know, to make those things. I don't know. If you know for sure, you can let me know in the comments down below. And right up here's the road. I mean, the birds are really singing. I've missed that sound. But anyway, right here almost looks like a quarry. Like they're digging stone out of here. Pretty sure that's what happened right here. We're still walking an old, what might be a railroad bed. Yeah, so I think we might pass some of those ruins as we make our way back up to the parking lot up there. Oh, you guys, down here's something. Just some more random pieces of concrete down there. Like right there, that might be, probably has something to do with our quarry though. Who knows? Let's head up this way. Yeah, it definitely quarried rock out of here. I just want to see, yeah, there's our railroad bed thing. Wonder if, does it go across? Yeah, it doesn't look like it picks up anywhere over here. Oh well. And just like that, here's the parking area. Yeah, so I think I definitely missed some stuff further down the road when I drove up, but it was just some smaller concrete items. The world won't end. But I think that'll be the end of this video, folks. Like I said, there's probably a few more things out there. Like going back and exploring a little bit more, but I think that'll be it. There's more rain coming. Wasn't even going to be out here today. I was supposed to be down in Delaware, but so not bad for a plan B. Alright, we'll take any adventure out here in nature. Alright, as always, folks, thanks for coming along. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.